Donald Trump went full fascist again during his rally in New Hampshire. This is just, by now everyone knows what kind of person he is. But by now, if people don't know by now, I don't know what to say. Now, I'm not going to show you the video of it. I'm just going to read you what he said out there before a cheering crowd of fellow fascists waving the American flag and wearing, of course, the MAGA red hat. They're poisoning the blood of the country. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just South America, but all over the world. They're coming into our country from Africa and Asia. But after that, it should have been over. But then, on Truth Social, he decided to post this. Illegal immigration is poisoning the blood of our nation. They're coming from prisons and mental institutions from all over the world without borders or fair elections. You don't have a country. Make America great again. What's it going to take? I'm just going to ask the simple question. What is it going to take for people to see this man as the fascist that he is? As the hateful racist that he is? He is showing it to us point blank. And they still clap. And I watched the video of him saying those words in New Hampshire this past weekend before a cheering crowd of people. So the idea that they're not racist, it's kind of destroyed. So again, what is it going to take from these people, from Republicans, from Americans, to see Donald Trump as the hateful, racist, psychopathic fascist that he is, from being another wannabe Adolf Hitler? I really don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. If people still support Donald Trump at this point, I really do not know what I'm supposed to say to that. Am I supposed to feel sorry for them? I don't, because these people have been duped by a con man, pretending to be an American, pretending to be a president when all he is a racist, fascist con man. I really don't know what to say to this anymore. I really don't. If this doesn't prove to you and to everyone else out there how dangerous Donald Trump is, I don't know what to say. But I know what I'm going to do. This coming year, I should say, 2024, we're barely 2 weeks away from having 11 straight months of Donald Trump feeding us this kind of racist, fascist rhetoric. We need to get it together, people. Because in 11 months, the United States of America may not exist anymore if Donald Trump becomes president. Because you've already heard him say he wants to be a dictator on day one. And I harped on that in the previous video, and I'm going to keep harping on that. If anyone, any previous president, if Barack Obama, who Trumpers have an extreme hate for, if George Bush, any of the Bushes, especially George W. Bush, and I have a very soft steaming spot for him, said that I want to be a dictator no matter how long it is, that should end his political career. It just should end Donald Trump's career. What American president or a person sticking to become an American president says things like that? Now, you may not like Joe Biden. There are things about him I don't like. But I've never had to worry about my country, my freedom, my life with Joe Biden. And things are bad, yes. And they could be incredibly, and they can be better, yes. But here's the thing. We can at least talk to this man. No matter how many times you want to lie about him or malign his son or anything else. With Donald Trump, he's made it clear there is no talking. There's no debates. There's no election. It's Donald Trump's way or the bullet. There's Donald Trump's way or the guillotine. There's Donald Trump's way or prison. That's how dictatorships are run. And Donald Trump has said multiple times that he wants to be a dictator, even if it's on one day. That's unacceptable to me, and it should be unacceptable to all of you. Those of you who preach the Constitution like it's holy writ and want to question my patriotism, question the patriotism of people like LeBron James, like Taylor Swift, or anyone who has prestige in this country. You question our patriotism on the one hand, but you don't blink when Donald Trump says he wants to be a dictator on day one. You cheer that, in fact. What the hell has happened to this country? We cheer a person who says he wants to be a dictator, regardless of the reasons and regardless of how long it is. This should not be happening. This should have ended that with the minute he said that on Fox News, with Sean Hannity giving him ways out of that statement, even after Fox News has tried to edit it and tried to cut it off, tried to post some sort of disclaimer. That should have ended his re-election bid right then and there. Unfortunately, Donald Trump supporters would burn this country to the ground for the only reason that Donald Trump isn't president. They have made it clear the second they decided to cheer for him. The second he quoted Adolf Hitler in New Hampshire. The minute he said first, he said first during an interview. That should have ended his presidential campaign, his presidential re-election campaign, But they cheer. One of my favorite science fiction movies, obviously I'm a sci-fi nerd if you know me, Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith. While Anakin Skywalker, who was just knighted as Darth Vader, was chopping up the separatist leaders, his wife, who's carrying his child, said, "This is how liberty dies," with thunderous applause. You just heard thunderous applause. For those of you who watched the video of that rally in New Hampshire, you heard thunderous applause. Don't let that happen. We are 11 months away from a man who wants to be a dictator, destroying this country, not because he wants to make it great again, regardless of how many times he wants to say, MAGA, make America great again, but because of revenge. He knew he lost the election. He know he's being held accountable for his actions. And now he wants payback. And there's no telling how many American citizens will die because of it. I beg of you, in the name of human decency, don't let it happen. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.